Alright, so Hasbro, Star Wars, Rogue One. What is going on over there? It's like, does nobody give a shit about Star Wars 3 3/4 anymore? It's like once you started the 6-inch line, which to me, 6-inch is just a repeat of the toys that you already did, but at 6-inch scale. And I never bought into that because I'm in way too deep on these guys. But your character selection, it's like we're lucky if we get the core characters for these movies. Like back in the day, if somebody was in the movie for 1 second, we would get an action figure for it. Like on the original 3 movies, like I actually thought that you guys might make a figure for every single person in the movie because you came pretty close. And that was awesome because I love when I get these characters and I'm like, who the fuck is this? Was he in the movie? And then you gotta look and you're going, oh shit, there he is. He was in there for 1 second and we got a toy of it. Now, we're lucky to even get toys. Like, I can't ever go to my local Target store and pick a set of these up. If it wasn't for online, I don't think anybody would have these. Like always, they're standing at 3 3/4. Let's check them out. All right, so here's Jen's dad, and I have to admit, this figure, the figure itself is actually pretty good. The head sculpt on this thing, man, to say the least, it is a little off. Like this dude definitely looks a little weird. They didn't do a great job on that. This is a 3 3/4 toy though, and the reason why I like this line is because all these things are basically 100%, they're a brand new sculpt. So when people say they have to reuse parts to save money, I call bullshit on that every time. Because for Star Wars 3 3/4, they manage to give you a new sculpt every time, and it doesn't seem like they're too concerned about saving money. On the articulation, these things are always 5 points of articulation. The head, it's on a ball, so it does move a little bit. Shoulder joints, legs, that's it. That's articulation. I think he's pretty good, other than the head. He does come with a couple accessories. He has this cable, you can clamp that thing on his arm, like, and then have him slide like that. It's got a hook on each end. I'm not real sure you would hook this thing to, but if you wanted to, you could hook it on there. It's actually a pretty cool accessory. And then he also comes with this mouse droid, which is cool because this is also a brand new mold. Here's the old mouse droid. And this thing, like the wheels don't roll on this one, the wheels do roll on this one, so I'm pretty sure that this is brand new. You can tell it's old because it has dust on it. But they went through the trouble to give us a new one. Okay, back in the day when they do an army builder character like this, they'd give us like a black one and a white one, maybe a Chinese one, so we could actually build a decent sized army and they wouldn't all be the same one. That would have been a perfect situation this time. But just look at the sculpt on this thing. Like, this is a one-off toy. And then the paintwork on this thing is also amazing. His helmet does come off. So if you get 2, I guess you could display one with the helmet on and one with the helmet off. It comes with this big stupid gun. But this thing is, I mean, it almost kind of makes sense, but I'm not going to display it with it. But I guess that would be a possibility. And he has this other gun. Look at the detail on this. Like, this is 3 3/4. Like, once again, they're killing it. All the sculpt work on these pants, like, hold on a second. Let's just do a comparison real quick. So basically, yeah. Anyway, back to this toy. Look at all the detail on this thing. On a 3 3/4 toy, I think these things cost like $8. So, I mean, there once was a day when Star Wars was my favorite thing to collect, and if they built more toys, it would be again today. This one here is definitely the highlight of the set. Like, he's definitely my favorite one. Like, I thought that he was really cool. He does have this jointed jaw on there, so that does give you 6 points of articulation instead of 5, but I don't complain about the articulation on this because it's a 3 3/4 inch toy. I know a lot of you guys are like, well, I need more joints. Well, not really. I mean, this is old school Star Wars to me, and it's Star Wars perfection, so I really like the 5 points of articulation. and these things stand really well. Once again, it's a one-off sculpt. Like, look at the detail on this. Like, they can't do 6-inch toys with this kind of detail. I mean, maybe that's why they're struggling. I don't know if they're struggling or not. I mean, Disney owns Star Wars. You think they'd have plenty of money. I just want more toys. And this is a situation to where they could have did like one of these older ones and just kind of repainted it and then said, here you go. But they don't ever do that to us, which is really nice. Let me show you the Rogue One collection. Alright, so here's the Rogue One collection. I actually moved them because the collection's so small. I had them on a bigger shelf, but I figured this is probably going to be the end of the line because I don't see them make it anymore because we already got a new Star Wars movie coming out. So here's the whole set. I didn't get the AT-AT or the AT-ST. I didn't get the AT-AT because, for one, it sucks. And I didn't get the AT-ST because I already got like 6 of those. But I did get these ships. I thought that one was pretty good. This ship I shouldn't even have bought. That thing was a really big letdown. But here's all the figures. Lots of repeats. I mean, it could have been something really cool. It's just average. Thanks for watching.